Good morning. Let me get myself situated here. Okay. Let's see. All right. I think up and running. Hello, Crapper. Good morning. Um, it's gonna be another tough week, most likely. Okay. We are, like I said, over the weekend in a bear market. This is what a bear market feel like. Doesn't feel good. Okay. Get used to it. Um, First up, I'm surprised how well Bitcoin has held up. Very surprised, okay? Very surprised as poorly as the NASDAQ has been doing and as correlated as crypto and the NASDAQ has been. Sure, 38.8 is not anything to be happy about for those that are in crypto, but still, you're talking about the NASDAQ crashing. If it was correlated like 1 to 1, you would expect crypto to be for sure below 38, more like in the 36 range, right? So I still have my crypto that I bought around this price, give or take a few $100 here or there. There's no reason for me to sell. There's no reason for me to add to my crypto position either. Um, what would I need to do? Um, for those that was watching it closely and you bought it down here at 37.5 ish, good for you, okay? Because this downtrend line has been bouncing off, okay? So like or hate crypto, you have to be somewhat impressed by the way that it has held up the past 2 weeks, okay? But for now, it's a watch and see. Now, would I sell crypto if it bump, if Bitcoin bumped to 41,000? Depends on how it get there. Depends on why it got there. If it got there for no stupid reason on a weak volume, yeah, I would. I would sell at 41 and buy back at 39. Hey, 2,000 is 2,000. Who's gonna throw away $2,000? I'm not. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. Where are you going? QQQ. Pre-market QQQ look kind of down a little bit. Well, it's just gonna be one of those days, okay? Whatever is going on in the first 15 minutes, ignore. Okay, you cannot look at right now, like for example, the SPY showing green up. Okay, you can't trust that. All right, can't trust that for sure. If you're not buying the first 15 minutes, you don't want to care. Okay, you don't care what is going on in the pre-market or right now or in the next um, 40 minutes. Next 40 minutes is where stupid money is gonna play. Okay, so let them play. TLT. Yeah, see, look. See, this concern me here. TLT is flashing 133, which is down here. Okay, TLT is flashing near 52-week low. That means the bond, 10-year bond, is over 2%. So this is a dilemma that we have. Okay, we have a this is what makes it very tough for everyone, us, even the professional, even the computers. Okay, it's extremely difficult because we have rising rate, slowing growth. That is not a good combination. Okay, and then we have a geopolitical problem. So too many problems. That's why a lot of money has flowed out of the equity market as well as the bond market now. Okay, bond is not crashing near 52 weeks low unless money is also flowing out of bond. Money was flowing into bond the first 10 days of the conflict. okay, which I thought was a terrible idea. You didn't see me recommending people to dump money in bonds, right? So yeah, guess what? If you bought into bond the first 10 days of this conflict because you're fearful, guess what? You get your head handed to you, okay? Because long term, the market is still looking at inflation is a bigger problem. Inflation, high oil, high gas, all of that. That is a most troubling spot for the market. Not Russia, not Ukraine. Okay, yes, that's a problem, but if that was a problem, you think bond rate would drop to 1 year low? No, 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 no. Not bond rate. Bond yield is at 1 year high. That's why TLT is 1 year low. Okay, that's how bond and TLT behave. When rates go up, TLT drops. Okay, when rate is crashing because of COVID fear, then you see TLT smashing high. Right, so there's an inverse relationship. So if you don't understand bond very well, just know that rule. When rate goes up, TLT go down. When rate fall, TLT go up. Just know that relationship. Okay. So what doesn't matter what we look at, it's gonna be ugly. Okay. McDonald's, surprisingly, maybe the big man is the big guy. He called the bottom there. All right, so it's doing okay. Pepsi, he said the bottom is not in, but look like it's trying. The bottom is trying. Okay, so until this thing show a green candle, he's not confident on Pepsi. Okay, so it need to show a green candle for him to say the bottom is in, because we have looked at some nasty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what the big guy want to see is green candle over the downtrend. Okay, get back in the trend. Okay, this has been in a well-defined channel here, right? Over the past 3 months. So get back in the channel, and then we can look at potentially 160 as the first area to break even for many of us, right? But yeah, I mean, if we get back in here, I probably will add. Okay, if I see green, I would be braver to buy more, add more to my Pepsi at 156. I take the $4 run. I would. There was downgrade on Facebook. Let's see. One of the things that you want to look for, okay, for those that are fairly new to trading, what you want to see, what you want to see is a stock going higher when there is a downgrade. Okay, that is a very good signal. Okay, whenever you see a downgrade and the stock go green instead of red, that's when you know the bottom is in. Okay, now Facebook low was 186. Look like it's gonna test that low with the downgrade today from somebody. There was at least 1 or 2 downgrade today. So I'm not saying that the bottom is not in. Pre-market, who knows? Okay, who knows? Who is selling in pre-market could be some really pathetic, weak, feeble hand, but we'll see how the day behave. If Facebook finish green today, that's a very positive um, indication, because when you face downgrade, why didn't they downgrade here? Look, this this is why it is a strong indicator that the bottom is in, when a downgrade equal green day. Facebook has faced one of the worst decline in any stock. Okay, look at this thing. It was 320. Where was the negative remark from Wall Street? They had A month, a month, okay, to downgrade now? Really? You know what they said? Do the opposite. Okay, if Wall Street say buy, you want to be the one thinking about selling, and when they say sell, you want to be the one buying. Okay, always. It's just nonsense. Yesterday, oh, it's a quick thing. Yesterday, I completely forgot that it was spring forward clock changing time, and when I wake up and I look at the first thing I do when I wake up is pick up my phone because the phone is my is right next to me in bed, and I saw the time. It said 7:18, and I have not slept past 7 o'clock in God knows when. It's very rare unless I'm sick. I'm usually up by 6 a.m. and I'm like 7:18. What the heck? And then I realized shortly after that um, that it is daylight saving time because the chicken was still in the same old clock, right? Because I went outside and let the chicken out, and they were still like in the coop, and they didn't come out for like another half an hour. All right, let's take a look at semi because a lot of people like semi. SMH first thing. Well, pre-market look like it's kind of like not doing much, but then you gotta take a look at the individual stock. Qualcomm down, Texas Instrument down, Intel down, AMD down, Micron down. Look like all the chip is down in pre-market. Lam Research, oops, LRCX, Lam Research is up in pre-market. Isn't that interesting? AMAT, even Steven flat. Okay, so I talk about how I like AMAT more here. Okay, I might even dabble into a little AMAT. Should this show me a good level of support like it should have been? Okay, yeah, AMAT look okay compared to Lam Research. Yeah, Lam Research. Sure. If it can hold here, another bottom, let me add a line right there at 479. Let me add. Sometimes my mouse is a little bit sensitive there. Is that it? There you go. Let me save that because that is the line that it needs to hold. But I like, at this point, I like AMAT more, okay? But yeah, I like AMAT more, but if Lam Research show stabilization here, potentially the bigger gain is here with Lam Research because you can run to from 480-ish to 520, 530, 535. That's a big runway. Okay, that's a big runway for Lam Research compared to AMAT. AMAT has, yeah. See, AMAT, I like it more, but it also have the fearful 20 MA coming down right here. Okay, so I like AMAT more, but much less profit potential than Lam Research. So I take that back. I would not buy AMAT here. I would rather wait for Lam Research to show stabilization at that low level, and then there's a good runway to the next level above. Okay, so that's there with chip. How about drug? What's going on with drug? Look like Gilead is gonna be down. How about Moderna? Moderna. Moderna. Ooh, Moderna is gonna be up. Look like it's gonna clear the 20 MA that was the resistant captive for literally over a month. Okay, look at the 20 MA here, but look like it's opening 142. It's one of those go sideways until the 20 MA catch up and then vote over. That's why downtown Josh Brown on the halftime show on CNBC was bullish on Moderna. I think it was Thursday when he said he bought into Moderna. One of his favorite play that he talked about all the time, Shake Shack. How's that doing? Yikes. Yikes. Okay, now I wouldn't touch Shake Shack right here. No, this that's an ugly chart. Oh, there's no rebounding in that one. Can you imagine owning this food restaurant? Look at that chart. Yikes. No, thank you. Cut in half from 120 something to 63. No thanks. No thanks. Because CMG, speaking of restaurant, CMG 1470 look like it is going to try. It's going to try to hold on to this spot right here. Look like. We'll see. If this give, we might get another chance to buy CMG down here. Okay, we might. About another restaurant, Cake. Similar fate as Shake Shack. Cut in half, literally in half. You know, all these recovery play that people think, oh, COVID lockdown over. Really, this is what happened over the past year. Cut in half. Wow. Let's look at Home Depot. Home Depot. I still have Home Depot. Would I sell Home Depot at 327? Absolutely. I'm watching that 20 MA like a hawk. Like a hawk. Okay, like a hawk. It will be sold. Low. The competitor is hanging on to the 20 MA. If that doesn't hold the 200 MA, now would I buy low at the 200 MA? Maybe. Okay, maybe. If not, for sure down here. If we have a market crash that, for whatever reason, down here, yeah. At 212, yeah. If you bought at 210, 211, 212 here, you should have sold here, right? If you didn't, at the least on this big move here, set your stop right here. Low of day, and then you be out. Sure, you be out a little bit higher than 222, but you would have saved yourself 6 days of frustration here. It's not gonna get up there. Come on, right? All right, let's take a look at Microsoft. Let's go down the FANG. Microsoft. Yeah, big problem here. Okay, Microsoft chart look a lot like AMAT. Okay, Applied Material, because it has this 20 MA looming here at 290. Yeah, would I buy Microsoft at 280 and sell at 290? Yeah. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. It's a 3.5% move kind of thing for a quick trade. If I could, yes. I already have Microsoft that I bought down here, so I'm not gonna miss selling at 280. Okay, I'm not. I already sold some. I took some profit at the 297 range. I bought Microsoft up here. Okay, up here, around 300. I bought more, and then when I get to 297, I sold half. Okay, and then I didn't buy any Yeah, maybe I bought a little bit down here, but I might add more and then get out at 290. I would take that. Microsoft, Google, going through the FANG here. Google, a struggle, a struggle. But my sell order right here, okay, 27.14 to sell some, to take some profit right there. Look like it's gonna open a little bit higher, no big deal. Apple, I bought a little Apple Friday. Would I add to Apple down here at 153? Yes. Okay, I would. Yes, I would. Look like it's opening way below though, 151. Okay, so it look like Apple is opening below at 151, which is below the low. Oh boy. Let me see. Let me draw in that low. Okay, so look like Apple is gonna test this right here. We'll see. It's pre-market, so like ignore. Pre-market is interesting conversation, but at the end of the day, we have to wait until the real deal step in. Okay, but we'll see if Apple's gonna test that. If it tests that, I might buy it down here. I'm gonna wait after the first 15 minutes, and depend on where Apple is, I might add some. All right, Amazon, cycling through the FANG. Amazon 29.15 look like it's trying. See, this 20 MA is going to be such a problem. The 20 MA, I'm going to sound like a broken record as I talk about this enough all of last week. The 20 MA is going to be a huge problem for just about every stock, okay? Because we're in a bear market, especially the NASDAQ. Okay, because think about it. The bear market, the 20 MA is basically 20 days going backward, right? So when you have a downtrend, well, guess what? The 20 MA is all pointing down for every single stock, okay? And we're in a bear market. We're into literally the 4th month, right? And so we are waiting. The more sideways many of these FANG stock can go, the better it is for the 20 MA to level out, okay, to find that bottom for the U-turn, okay? So that's what we need to see. This is not a V-shaped bounce, okay? So yeah, how about traveling? Airbnb, weak. Booking, weak. Well, actually, no, look, right now Booking look like it's okay, but yeah, selling Booking here. Okay, I got my order up here. If Booking get anywhere near 2080, you betcha I'm pulling the trigger on some of the share. Okay, I'm not holding much higher, not when the gap fill is right there. Okay, so yes, fill the gap, sell some. How about my favorite area, Anthem? Anthem look like could be a down open, but wow, insane. UNH 483. All right, Humana. Oops, Humana. Humana look like it's there. Yeah, I wouldn't touch Humana here. Pfizer. Look like it's a little bit stronger, but yes, 51. Get the heck out. Get out of Dodge right here. Okay, get out of Dodge. Speaking of Dodge, Ford. It's okay. You know, it's okay. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't add more to here. GM. I like GM more than Ford at this point because if GM can go sideways or stay here, there's a decent 10% move, right? Hey, who's gonna sneeze on 10% move? Ford, on the other hand, yeah, see, Ford, you got all kind of problem in the next dollar range. So many. I sold Ford at 17. Don't look back. Don't care. I made a little money. I'm fine. But I don't want to be in Ford. No, no, no. I would not add to Ford here. It's just not attractive. Speaking of Ford in car, Tesla. Tesla, weak, weak, weak. All right, we're gonna look like we're gonna test this range right here. Okay, it is what it is. We bet wrong. I bet wrong. And instead of get the $50 move on top, we get the $50 move below. Tesla, I wonder what the big guy, I'm gonna ask the big guy what he's doing with Tesla. Is he buying here or he's waiting all the way down here at 700? I need to see what the big guy's doing down there. Okay, because I think if I know the big guy, I know he would say he would be writing puts down here. He loved to play, you know, bull put spread at the 700 range kind of thing. So I need to check with the big guy to see what he's doing there. We talk about Tesla. We talk about what haven't we touched on? What sector have we not touched on? Markets opening in 4 minutes. Let's see. Costco. Let's do Costco. Costco. 525. Oh, Costco. It's like I said this for over a while now. Okay, if you're not selling Costco up here, what are you waiting for? All the good news has baked into Costco. It's a trade. Okay, it's a trade. If you can buy when it get down to the 50 MA 517 and sell $10 higher, right? You take the $10 quick swing, but really that's there's not much more. Not much more. Oil is high, so is Exxon blasting? Not really. It's staying going sideways. How about Chevron? Chevron got a downgrade. Was it Friday? Chevron, which is a smart downgrade because look at this. It's at the all-time high. It's at the, well, not the all-time high, but it's at the wicked high. Look at all these wick. Okay, it's petering out. You know me. I'm talking about double wick. You got triple wick. With oil near the all-time high, Ukraine crisis not resolving, USO. Oh, big drop on USO. Big drop on USO. Go down to 73, testing the low of 3 days. Last Thursday, last Wednesday. Really? Oil. Oil is looking down. Is that good news? Is that good news? How about BTC? BTC ramping. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say ramping. How about ETH? Ethereum. Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is just like man. Now, if you were watching the chart closely and you can get on Ethereum at 2300 level, 2370, that's a good entry right there. Okay, that's an easy trade to buy into Ethereum at 2350, 2370. Okay, but I wouldn't buy Ethereum here. I'll buy it down here. I buy it $200 lower, and then you get a nice 10-15% runway on Ethereum. I think I touched on everything I could. Coke, fare better than Pepsi. Still got the hammer. Okay, still got the hammer. It's opening green 57. It needs to get over the 58 for the big guy to like Coke. The big guy like Coke. more than Pepsi. Okay, the big guy, he would wait for Pepsi to get, for Coke to get over here, because then you get a decent runway until by decent runway, I'm talking percentage wise. Okay, sometimes you got to step back and look at the potential gain. Try not to look at dollar amount all the time, because if you look at dollar amount all the time, you're like, oh my god, it's only $2. Well, for most day traders like the big guy, 2 or 3% is a big deal. Oh, Roblox got crush, boohoo on us, but that's okay. It's riding the downtrend. It's staying on the other side of the downtrend. Okay, it's a victim of circumstance. um, I'm okay with Roblox. I bought a small enough position that it stink that the geopolitical thing hurt it when it looked like it was gonna turn, right? It looked like it's turning here. Twice it has a fake out above the trend line, right? This was the most bullish move that you can see. It break out above the trend line, and it break out over the 20 MA, and then earning. That was ugly. And for sure on this big green day, and then break over the trend line once again, it looked good, and then Ukraine issue knock it down. Roadblocks will be fine. In fact, the funny thing was, I was talking to my brother, gosh, months ago, and I talked about when Facebook announced that they changing their name to Meta. One of the first things that I discussed with my brother was, if Facebook was smart, they buy Meta, they buy Roblox if they could. Sure, back then Roblox was twice as expensive or 3 times as expensive, but down here, with all the money that Facebook have, I think that'd be a smart play, because Roblox is a huge social media, social metaverse, right? So I would not be negative on Facebook at all if they go and acquire Meta. I'm talking crazy. Acquire Roblox. It's funny because for a long time, before Facebook changed the name to Meta, I referred to Roblox as the metaverse. That's why I keep screwing up talking about the name. But yeah, I will add to Roblox. Not sure when or where, but there will be time where I will go fairly heavy on that. Or airline, how about airline? Are they getting crushed? JetBlue hanging around there. Nah. Okay. I'm surprised that airline has not done better, because with oil crashing. Oh, speaking of airline and oil crashing, let's take a look at UPS. Let's take a look at UAL first. Hanging there. Markets open, hanging there. How about UPS? Okay. Yeah. Last week I talked about how UPS would be attractive around 201, 202. If you bought into it, just be careful. You might want to take some profit at 208. Okay. Yes, it's only 4% higher, but hey, take a 4% gain. How about FDX? FedEx. Not as attractive. How about CSX? That's the one I liked. I bought into CSX at 34.5. It was all right. I bought it at the basically when I get to the 20 MA. I like it, but it need to break out over this shackle here. Okay, the 50 MA is a problem. So it's pinned between the two. Okay, it's pinned right there between the two. I like to see it get out, get over, and run. Do it, baby. Do it. CMI. Cummings. Up. But not in any area that worth doing anything. Leave it alone. Okay, so see, look at Facebook's right now. It's opening up. whatever craziness in after hour, who cares? Pre-market, who cares? Ooh, DGX. DGX. Oh boy. If you didn't sell DGX last week like I did, my brother did at 138-ish, watch out. Okay, watch out. This is your chance here to get out. It already wick up to 138 and returned to 137. So there are seller up there, DGX. Let's see, LX is my favorite of all three. 266. See, I like the LH, but technically right now, yeah, it's just not a stock I want to be in. With the 20 MA, look at it. Look at the 20 MA. Okay, major problem. It's likely LH gonna go sideways for 2 or 3 days and then getting squeezed. This reminds me a lot of the Tesla situation. Okay, be very careful with LH. if 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 Tesla taught us that, you know, when the squeeze happened in a bear market, instead of getting a $50 up and $50 down, now watch out for that squeeze. Okay, be very mindful of that squeeze. The squeeze can go the wrong way, square, open down. Yeah, once square got up to here, I have turned negative on square, right? And cautious, negative and cautious. Look like the 20 MA is giving. So can square go down to 82 again? Sure, why not? Why not? PayPal still going sideways, which is fine. Okay, which is fine. That's what we need to see with PayPal. More sideways activity. How about Walmart? Walmart open over, but then so many sellers up here. Nobody had confidence on Walmart move over all the moving average. Yeah, this, I don't like Walmart here. I don't like Walmart here at all. Okay. Nah, I wouldn't touch Walmart here. No. Target. Yeah. The 20 MA can't hold it. Can't hold it. Would I buy Target down here? Maybe. Okay, maybe. At 201, maybe. But nah. Doesn't look, the risk reward, meh. Nike still struggling, not showing life yet. That's what you get for being woke, right? So yeah, look like it's trying to test the low last week to see if the low is real. So not much to do there, but stay out of it. Foot Locker. Look at this sideways. See this. This is an example of why the big guy with his experience is often the smart thing to do. Okay, the big guy has a rule on a big dump like this: don't touch, give it 3 days. And then guess what he does? He say set an alert. Whatever the high was of those 3 days is a chance to get in. Is the selling is done. Okay, so that's what I did with Foot Locker, right? For those that follow me last week or before, that's where I put this alert here. And he said, unless it break that, there is no reason to get in. You see that this is the perfect illustration of dead money for 2 weeks. Okay, if you buy into this, all you get is frustration for 2 weeks. Okay, so, but that's a perfect example of why the big guy is very strict with his strategy. Big gap down, give it 3 days, and set a buy or an alert at the high of any of those 3 days. Because unless they can break over, then you get nothing. Okay, you get a whole lot of nothing, a nothing burger. Okay, So if you can remember to do that, and save yourself. What's Dick's Sporting Good? DKS. Dick's Sporting Good is hanging around. Okay, but at the same time, I said it before, 110, you gotta sell. If you bought Dick's Sporting Good anywhere down here, okay, you don't want to be holding on to Dick's Sporting Good at this point above 110, because it's not likely to be able to get there and hold. At least it has shown, okay, that it has struggled for 4 straight days. Yeah, blowout earning, doesn't matter. Oh, Apple down. Let's see, Apple testing that line. Okay, it's testing. It got there, and now it's gonna sit there and see. Like I said, wait 15 minutes and then see what happened. Would I add to Apple down here at 151? If it's 151, 152, the answer is yes. The question is, why did Apple drop down there? Now, the good news, remember I talked about Facebook? If Facebook turn green and go green and stay green today, that's a very positive event for Facebook. It's always on downgrade, on target reduction. If a stock can go green on negative news, that means that most of the sellers have been washed out. Okay, that's the indication. So yeah, a lot of sellers here the past month. How about Kathy Woods before I go? ARKK. How's Kathy Woods doing? Oh, Kathy. Kathy. Oh boy. That's why Tesla is struggling, okay? Blame it on Kathy, okay? This is why Tesla struggled here. You can't have Kathy Wood getting, liquidation day after day after day, and she's not forced to sell Tesla, her favorite. That's what happened, okay? This is what holding Tesla. When she's done, when she's go kaputs, wow. Talking about the too bad nobody here. Okay, I'm done as far as this morning chat. Too bad no one here is part of the crypto group that I belonged to back in 2020. Because in that group, there was a lot of Cathy Wood fans, okay, and I start to turn negative on her right here, okay, and when this happened right here, and I tell her that this could be the end of Cathy Woods as far as Wall Street darling. A lot of people say, why? I'm like, well, that's how Wall Street is, okay. Wall Street is vicious toward its own, okay. When people talk about the evil of Wall Street, like, oh, Wall Street is evil and greedy, and Wall Street eat each other, okay. There is no, a lot of people that hate the stock market think the stock market is about Wall Street and poor people. No. Wall Street is vicious toward its own. That's why you don't see that many rising star, stay star, okay. Go back, if you're in the stock market for the past 10, 15, 20, 25 years, you see a lot of rising star of 1 year disappear the next year, okay, or gone forever. Very few stay rising star for 3 or 4 or 5 years. Usually 2 years would be like the maximum. This happened every time. For those that were in the market back in 2008, 2009, you see it, okay. It's Cathy Wood rising star, it's done. Whatever cloud she got, it's over, it's done, okay. Everything that she gained with the pandemic is gone. Everything that she gained with the pandemic is gone. Everything, okay. It's below, yeah, it's that ugly. The rise, the crash, okay. It's over. It's ugly, okay. Wall Street will destroy any star uh, that's just the way it has been. Okay, if you ride with the star, that's why one of the worst thing. I used to have this argument with my dad for years because back in the good old days, he get his money magazine, Fortune magazine, and he would read like the top fund of 1987, and then he would invest money in the top fund of 1987 based on that annual report. And I'm just like, how often does the best fund of any year repeat the next year? Think about that. Never. Okay, if you invest based on Money Magazine or Fortune Magazine top 5 fund of the previous year, you are doing yourself the biggest disservice you can imagine. Because this is what happened. Okay, don't do that, please. Don't. Whatever you do, do not, because this is a perfect example of why or how the top fund of any year can crush you if you go and buy it the next year. Don't ever do that. Don't ever, ever, ever read Money Magazine, Fortune Magazine, or any article online that give you the top funds of any given year and think that's the place to put your money. Wall Street will destroy will destroy you. Okay, it's bad. It's bad. Don't do that, please. If you want to just invest safely, just buy the SPY. Okay, just buy the SPY. Save yourself a whole lot of trouble. Buy the SPY and have a long-term horizon. Okay, look, see, this is the SPY going back 20 years. Sure, it was ugly. There was a 5-year span where it was wiped out. Okay, wiped out, and then pretty ugly here. Okay, but if you have a 20-year horizon, yeah, buy the SPY is not a bad thing. Okay, instead of like buying the best fund of any year, bad idea. Don't do that, please. If there's any advice you can take from me, don't ever do that. Don't ever buy the best fund of any year. Oh my God, I saw like the worst return you can see in those things. So, all right, look like after the first 15 minutes, CMG, Amazon, Booking, Facebook. Let's see what's weak. Tesla, USO down to 72.7. Google down to 2605. Gold down. Gold is down? Gold is down? Really? Look at gold. Yeah. Is peace coming? Is peace coming? Is that why oil and gold is crashing? How about TLT? Oh my God, this is I don't like this. Look at TLT. Look at TLT. This is not a good thing to look at. Okay, look, TLT is at this point it's flashing much higher rate. You don't want that. Okay, you don't want this. This is not good. I'm not liking this move on TLT whatsoever. Okay, whatsoever. Not a fan of that. That's troubling to me. I see that and I see very troubling. 2 years let's span out. Look, TLT is below the low. I don't like that at all. See the height of COVID? See that? When rate was super low. That's why TLT is super high. And now we get to a point where it is at the lowest going back. Yeah, this is not, I don't like this at all. Look, TLT is literally back to 2018. Rate is rising way too fast. That's a concern right there for me. Okay, if that's not a good thing. That's not a good sign. So by the way, the Fed is speaking Wednesday, right? That's when he's supposed to raise rate on the 15th or Tuesday. the 15th is Tuesday, right? So yeah, tomorrow, TOT is moving like the Fed is gonna raise rate a lot faster. What are people thinking? This economy cannot handle rate at the same level as 2018. Come on, that's insane. That's insane. That move on TOT is insane. Anyhow, I'll be watching TOT very closely and talk to the big guy because I know he's concerned about TLT. Okay, because he know TOT and the Nasdaq kind of tied together at the hip. Bitcoin still holding there. Anyhow, that's it, people. Be safe, be nimble, take small bites. Not much else I can say. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.